if we talk about AI, if you have a narrative attached to AI as AI is going to take my job, AI is dangerous, is going to take over the world, the tech leaders are just using AI to make themselves richer. If this is the interpretation that you hold, then this will often produce within you fear, anxiety, distrust, and a sense and a feeling of powerlessness. And from that emotional state, certain behaviors might start to follow for you: resistance, avoidance, disengagement, inaction. And I have to tell you, in working with a company that's really integrating AI within their tech teams, we have these behaviors. We have these behaviors from a technology team where some people are resistant to use it, right? They're becoming disengaged. They're trying to avoid conversations. And when we really start to unpack the thought process before it, it's related to the fear, the distrust, and all the narratives that we've been reading on the headlines. So I want to pause here for just a second. As I'm saying, challenge these narratives, what I don't want to do is make fear invalid. Okay. And that's number one thing here is I don't want to do invalidate thoughts and opportunities to highlight risk. There are real risks worth examining when it comes to AI, whether it is job displacement, whether it is ethical concerns, whether it is bias, whether it is a concentration of power. But if you notice the reframing, job displacement, ethical concern, these now become areas in which we could examine, lead with curiosity, and potentially start to put a plan in place to actually solve for. So there's less resistance of what's here and more walking closer to the problem or to the fear, examining it and figuring out how to solve it. And so again, noticing the difference between risk awareness and fear based storytelling. Fear based storytelling just starts to paint a picture of doomsday. But doomsday, nobody's solving a problem. We're just living in fear. Whereas increasing our awareness of risk, now we're starting to look at the risk objectively and then as an opportunity to solve for. It only invites problem solving, whereas the other area, doomsday, fear based storytelling, starts to shut down our creativity. Now, consider a different interpretation. Again, the same circumstances at play as it relates to AI. You might hear alternative narratives with AI that might sound like AI is a tool. AI expands what is possible. The person learning AI isn't going to be replaced, but the person will become more valuable to who is learning how to use AI. AI lowers the barrier of entry. This could create more entrepreneurs. So you might have heard that AI is an opportunity to create more entrepreneurs, creators, new forms of opportunity ever before, which means new forms of wealth. So from those thoughts, a different emotional state start to emerge if that's what you believe. If you believe there's an opportunity for there to be more entrepreneurs, more creators, more opportunity for people to build wealth, then your emotional state might be curiosity, engagement, agency, motivation, all related. And from that state, different actions might follow, right? You might take the initiative to learn more about AI, to experiment with AI, to build skill building, to reimagine your own work, to reimagine your business, to reimagine how to create an impact with this tool. Again, same circumstances, but a different story being applied to the circumstances. A different story generates different feelings, different actions, and different results and outcomes.